Hey guys, Omni here. We are back for episode 6 of the final season of The Walking Dead. Last week's episode saw the gang going out to Hilltop to try to scavenge what supplies they can find to try to help the situation back at Alexandria. The walls are kind of falling apart, even the ones they put back up are toppling over as they wake up one morning and there's just walkers in the fields again. And they have to emergency patch that situation. We catch back up with Negan and Maggie as they're pushing along. They're still the only two. They make it to the safe house, and they have this debate about how much further should they continue. Should they cut their losses? Negan makes a lot of great points, but things kind of take a turn when towards the end Gabriel finally shows up with Elijah. So now there's 4 of them reunited there. No Daryl last episode, and then we touch base with the Commonwealth a little bit and see a little bit more of the inner workings of that society. We see Yumiko reunite with her brother. We see Eugene try to take advantage of Stephanie and her pull to get to the radio tower to make a call back to Alexandria. However, they're caught during the middle of that and get into some trouble. But Happy Video Guy from the Fallout videotape that described the Commonwealth from the orientation video helps them out in the end. So I'm curious to see where that whole thing goes. And then Aaron and them, when they went to Hilltop, they stumbled upon some lingering whisperers who were just trying to survive. They're not part of a horde or a group or anything like that. It's just some stragglers that happened to survive the fallout from the war with Alpha, who want nothing to do with them. Aaron kind of pushes things to an edge with how he's been having these dreams, how he's been struggling with the stress and all this stuff, and he takes out his frustrations on this whisperer, obviously for everything that had happened with Alpha, and goes pretty far. Carol having to talk him down, and then the whisperer ends up, after everything and losing a hand, ends up offering up some information about Connie's possible whereabouts to the team as like an exchange of goodwill after the fact, even though Aaron got him bit and made him lose his hand. Whatever. It was a little crazy, but it was an interesting little episode. So I'm excited to see where we go from here. So guys, if you want to see the full-length unedited reaction to this or any of the other episodes that we've been covering, I've been adding some movies to the mix over on Patreon. All of those are available over on Patreon, or if you become a member here on the channel itself, just supports the channel, helps me work towards getting a full-time editor to help me with some of these reactions. So moving forward, as things get busier, I don't have to look at cutting shows from the channel, which is a possibility right now because it's going to be a crazy winter. And I don't know that I can do it all by myself, but I just put up a Venom watch along because it's the first time I watched that. There's a couple other movies on there as well. I think I'm going to be opening up to allow people to pick a monthly movie for us to add up to there, other than just the ones that happen to come to streaming. But we'll see how that whole thing plays out. But guys, that all down out of the way, let's go ahead and dive into this episode. There is a train in the background. Or a boat. That's a barge. Anyway, I don't know if you can even hear that. I could just be rambling now, and you don't hear nothing. Anyway, here we go. They don't have anything. No knives, sticks, nothing. It would have been nice to just have that out and handy, my guy. Jeez, man. That's the problem when you bust open doors like that, especially in this world. Once you bust that door open, unless there is like the looping handles or something like that where you can push something through, you just busted the deadbolts and the locking mechanism on it altogether. Unless you got something to press up against that, you just ruined the door. So it didn't look like that was one of those doors where they'd have a good chance of prying that thing back up.
Hey, any of you seen Callie?
Oh, shit. Did she just bounce? Yep. He managed to figure out a way to shut the door somehow. You know something I've always kind of thought about in the back of my head? Actually, I don't know that I did. Maybe I'm just thinking about it now. Ooh. Well, when you get into these post-apocalyptic scenarios and stuff like that, it's just like always kind of funny how quickly your average home just finds 2x4s laying around their house to board up their windows. It's like most people just don't have those on hand, but every house they always stumble upon, even the ones in like these suburbs, are boarded up and ready to go. Is that Daryl's, that guy that was with their group? Yeah. This guy, man, he's going through the ringer. So I gotta commend this guy for not breaking yet.
I've done worse. Why don't you take a turn, man?
Well, we're just gonna stand here staring at each other dreamily. We're gonna get to it.
This man, he's got some, like, willpower, man.
Just give him a location where your friends are hiding. You do that, and this all goes away.
You all could go eat shit instead. Just a thought.
Who just pulled out the gun?
I know you're close to her. The leader. Close enough to know where they're hiding.
So just say a location so we can all walk away happy.
Go to hell, ass.
Location! Or I take another.
I can't.
Location!
No, please, God.
Location!
Oh, yellow house. Tunnel of the 283.
This poor guy, man. What's this Resident Evil ass shit? All the eyes have been covered. Putting this right in her headspace, man. I mean, you still look pretty good. Alright, who's gonna be behind her when she puts the mirror back? Never mind. In the walls.
Wait, what happened? Slow down. I don't understand.
Oh, shit. You know, I know this is very likely to happen in this world, but she's also, according to him, not slept in days. At this point, she could also be hallucinating. That's some dramatic and scary ass shit right there. What did he just do there? Is that a signal? Was it like the neighboring house is the one they gave them location to?
We should stay, look around for a bit, so we don't miss nothing.
No, we'll search the rest of the town first. Quick and quiet, in case they're still nearby.
It's got me a little on edge.
I'm sorry, I don't see anything. You haven't slept. So maybe it's... Okay, I'm sorry. Listen, you and me, let's give the house another sweep. Okay?
Speaking of Resident Evil ass houses, man. Booby traps, sliding doors, secret gauges. What the hell? Alright, she's gonna either have to find some statues, move them around, get some things to face each other, or find some matching icon-related jewels or keys. Oh, what the fuck? Is that a living person or a dead person? Cause like, maybe that's why it was walled off. That's like their attack dog in a way. They keep like a walker around, but I don't know. Good job, Daryl.
Maybe they went out the back.
Are you in a hurry to leave?
What?
Other building, you wanted to stick around and make sure we didn't miss anything. Now you want to run right off.
Wash, we need a perimeter check. Possible runners, half a click.
Copy that, Shaw.
Look, I don't have time for this Talton bullshit. Stop pissing off Carver. Usually don't end well.
Anyone named Carver in anything I've ever watched is always an asshole.
Whoa. Callie. Awesome. You need help?
You should have told us that you're heading out.
I found her camp. She's with some guy who knew Michonne. They left in a hurry.
Ooh, great. Bones. Human bones. Now that was in her head. Jeez, dude. He still got his knife, right? Bop, 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 bop. Some sign that you're not an enemy or something. Oh! Yeah, that's got some rotting flesh on him. Is this thing a walker? Oh, shit. I mean, he's got wounds, but I guess he's just covered in dust and mud. Donnie from the Wild Thornberries is a little out of control today. Oh, he just thinks it's like another one of those dudes or something, right? I mean, I know she's panicked, but like a simple like bop ba da dot 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 something not like antagonistic would have helped.
Back here. What? I mean, think about it. You hit them hard. You got what? 20 people in your town? You got weapons. You got walls. You see them coming from a mile away. Trust me, they ran.
Oh, we're missing something.
Delivering info.
Let's waste another hour. That's smart.
Daryl.
It's not my fault. He's too stupid to pay attention.
Chirp. Think this guy is ever gonna give a shit about any of us? You're gonna fail.
No, he's right. I don't give a shit about any of you. Except you. I'm here for you. And Pope scares the shit out of me. I don't want to be face first in the fire under his boot. But if you say trust him, I'll trust him.
Uh-oh.
Hold on.
Told you.
Woo! Fuck. Their perimeter guys are just slacking off right now, though. Letting them slip out.
We could split up, check both trails, double back.
Storm's coming. We should stick together.
Yeah, let's not split up.
It's up to you. Which way do you think she went?
That way.
That's the way I would have went out of looking out of those two, but...
They led us here.
What the fuck? What was that on the ground? I couldn't make out what that was.
Time's up.
Is there more than one, or just the one that got away? Or are those walkers that got into the house? Oh, shit! Was this The Conjuring? Or Mama? Oh, man. Jesus. She's gonna open the front door. Kind of some poetic justice right there. Yeah. Let's worry about the shit back there real quick.
After you left, I continued the discussion with our guest.
Oh, great.
I got everything I needed out of him.
Ah. Damn. That was a nutso episode, man. From the horror trip that was with Connie and the one dude, I can't remember his name, in the house with the little, the I don't even know what you would call them. Those regressed families of cannibals that are just kind of like in the walls and animalistic with their booby traps and the trap doors and all that jazz. That was some haunted house ass shit, man. That was a lot of fun. With Kelly in the group also going out and trying to figure out how to find Connie. That whole thing was interesting. And then, of course, Daryl torturing the one dude for information, trying to keep the guy alive if he just kind of plays along just enough. And he did. And Daryl played his part and got them out of there scot-free. Man, Daryl was pushing some luck right there, man. From being able to get away just enough to drop that signal without being questioned. Like, what wasn't Leah supposed to be keeping an eye on him whenever he did that? Not going to do a good job right there. And then him covering up the trap door, even though the one dude ended up catching on to that anyway. Him butting heads with Carver the entire time. Makes sense. He's a new guy in there. Carver's got no reason to trust him. He's also kind of sweet on Leah himself, it seems like. Pope, yeah, he's a terrifying motherfucker, apparently. Pope is definitely a menacing dude, man. He really is. He's just a step beyond where they're at the moment. And it's not unseen. I mean, we've seen like this when, like, I think we've seen worse before with like Negan and the governor up until this point. He's just another of the same. But for whatever reason, I think it was just Daryl trying to talk game within the group, that the Pope scares the crap out of him. But I like how he was like narrating. He was like, listen, you got all these things. You got this many people. You're armed to the teeth. You have a base. You blah, 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 knowing that they're downstairs and can hear him, like him delivering information like that. I don't know. I liked Daryl while at the same time, to us being pretty obvious about what he's doing, he's being fairly smart about how he's handling it. And Leah seems to be quite blinded, honestly, to it all, like wanting to trust Daryl so badly. And especially after the ordained by fire thing, she just trusts in Pope, trusts in the fire and what happened there, and that she's got no trust for Carver because he was in on it, locking her in there. So he himself, like, in trying to protect her, put her in danger. So it's kind of like his words are a little bit hollow there. So I get like the distrust it's like a Mexican standoff of wavering trust. But yeah, man, the Connie stuff in the house though, that was the tension was palpable, especially given like any of the times where it's the muted sounds. Like we're seeing everything from Connie's point of view where she can't hear anything and anything could be going on. They didn't play with it all that much. But for me watching it while it was happening, I was like, something going to be behind her, something going to be beside her, what's going to happen here? And yeah. And then when what's his face was just stabbing through the wall because he didn't know it was her, I was like, oh no, what if he hurts her? Oh no. And then the guy crawling out from under the bed. Then the one chick hanging up on the wardrobe, leaping down on him. And then just all of them scurrying around. It was a fun episode, though. I'm not gonna lie. I liked mostly every bit of it. I think the only parts I wasn't all that concerned about was like the gang trying to find Connie. It was definitely way more sucked into the Connie conflict and how Daryl is navigating this undercover situation that he's found himself in. But yeah, overall, it was a pretty fun episode. I dug it. What did you guys think of this one? Sound off the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We'll carry on the conversation after the video. If you want to see the full-length unedited reaction to this, make sure to check it out over on the Patreon, or if you become a member here on the channel, get you access to that as well. You can also join our Discord or follow me on my socials if you want to talk about it there. Links to all of those are in the description of this video. And before we go, I want to shout out our channel legends, Mandy Share, Ryan Karen, Jason Coleman, Philly Vane, Yuri Korskov, and Margaret Grace. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. And I will see you guys next week with the next episode of The Walking Dead. Take care, everybody.